him. That's what my doctor told me.
Holy
He's like, you got to make sure you get the actual, literal pre-out.
I mean, they don't call me Fast Finger Slim because I'm funny.
Oh, I know.
You've heard stories?
No, I just know you're not funny. Then I can be cremated, but by you with the flamethrower.
I always hate the implication is that you're dying before me. Holy fucking mother Christ and God, we're back here hot and flash sizzling out of the pan. It's the Dapper Dads, everybody. How you doing today?
Why did you have to talk about God on episode 33 right out of the gate?
Because, you know, Jesus Christ himself died at age 33, as I prefaced in the last episode. So there's a very good chance we did hear some drilling noises beforehand.
Yep.
Before we started recording.
We're waiting.
There is a
imminent death.
There is imminent death is always waiting, regardless of how you look at it.
Lurking around every corner.
Just waiting like a little man going sorry before he rips your goddamn. What if that was death about to rip your soul out of your body and you caught him like just in time before he did it?
Wow. That would be crazy if I would have just dropped dead on the sidewalk.
Just pulls your soul out.
The worst thing is that means I'll probably encounter that man again.
Like that nightmare I had about the skeleton saving souls, but it's just a little guy going, sorry, and he pulls my soul out and puts it in a bag.
I hope that little man listens to the show.
What if we're the only thing he listens
like, it's
to?
good.
It's wonderful.
It's very funny.
I feel recognized by the brand.
He finds us and he just goes, funny. That's the only way he can talk.
No, he just goes, aesthetic. And just walks away. We're like... Just naked, horrific, primal screaming is what I'd be going
we're
after.
naked. I wish you could meet him because he is very short on me, and the size I show you, you always look like you don't believe me.
Because I don't believe people exist that are that tall anymore.
Oh, they do.
Show me again.
I mean, this is
wrong. So
like,
wrong.
He was like a little
this tall,
a little above my waist, very small.
His head was above your waist.
I looked far down on him. Like he could have licked my belly button without moving an inch.
What would you do if a small man came up and licked your belly button in public?
I would wonder why my belly button was out. Why my belly out? Am I shirtless or crop top?
Okay, let's you're really rocking in a half crop top, let's just say. Outdoor.
Then I'm asking for it.
Outdoor this summer, we're walking around, you're in a tank, you're just enjoying your time, you're a little day drunk.
Never in a tank.
It's a little hot, and some guy little man comes up, you feel the front of your shirt lift up,
I'm punching.
Just a lick on the belly button. Just
if
whipping
my belly button's out, it's my fault. If they lift my shirt up to lick it, I'm gonna punch him in the top of his stupid little head.
Oh, can you imagine how much that would hurt when you especially when you got your tongue out like and then some guy just smacks you and you just
like right here right above the forehead. This ball
right
here.
On the dome right there.
Ah! I punch my dick. I'll be good at punching someone in the head.
Good Lord.
Who's
how many people
my belly button?
How many people have you punched in the head that have their face down there?
You know, sometimes you're in a tussle.
Yeah.
And you're like alpha male, so you shove their head by your balls.
So that's all I do is be an alpha male. So
yeah, but it's a fight, not a sexual thing.
I mean, it's not.
They're all a sexual thing to me.
Everything's a sexual thing.
When you get down there, I'm like,
even this is a sexual thing to me.
Yeah, this is the release of all our sexual tension.
And if you have some sexual tension you would like to relieve, you can get at us in so many different various ways.
That was not.
Damn, I
that
tried
was not
so
a good
hard.
one. You should have waited.
I'm a garbage piece of shit.
Now we're gonna get dick pics probably.
Nothing
right?
but dick
That's gotta
pics.
be it. Fuck. So if you want to not send us your penis, you can do it by going to www.thedapperdads.com. There's everything there. All the streaming sources.
Literally
all
everything.
The social media. Everything you could fucking want. Everything.
There's nothing you couldn't want. If it's Dapper, it's there. If you want to check us out on
You can do anonymous submissions from there, which we have 2 of today to get into.
And I got a live submission that one time that was weird, and I don't want to talk about it at all.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know
so
exactly
we'll
what I'm talking about.
You can also get at us at dapperdadspodcast@gmail.com if you like to send stupid old emails. 402,
we do tech support.
Yeah, not anymore. No, we've glowed up. Episode 33, you think I'm answering unsolicited emails that aren't good? Yeah, fuck you. You can also call or text us at 70. That's not the number.
Wow, now who's fucking
Why are
up?
you you're in the way of everything for the first time ever? I'm like, I cannot see any of it. Did you grow more?
I think
fucking monster.
I glowed up.
If you grow any more, they're coming with fucking flaming torches and.
Like they haven't already.
No, but this time they're gonna get you because you can't hide anymore. You're too big. You're gonna burn Slim down. Pitchforks. That's the other thing I was trying to
Just
think
me
of.
hiding behind a barn.
Yeah.
There he is. Get him. I can see his dumb fat body.
You're leaning against a barn and it falls over. And then we kick you in the nose. Because it's still really big, but it's small. It's still kind of small for us. God, it's hard to.
That's an all. I see what you're saying, but like, why me?
I mean, because you keep growing like a tree. Anyway, call or text 402-7-DAPPER. That's 402-732-7737. You can give us anything. It's been a little dry, so why don't you
We've
right
had
now
a bit of a dry spell.
call and leave us a voicemail, and we can talk about whatever you talked about.
You can text us.
Yeah, I like voicemails better.
They're fun.
We've got a text recently, but yeah, the voicemails, I like to pop them in. So don't be embarrassed of your voice. We all have stupid voices.
Somebody tried telling me they tried calling the number and it said it was disconnected, and I proved them very...
Is that why you called it a bunch of times?
Yes, because...
I look sometimes and it's like, slim. And I'm like, does he just call the number all the time?
Just to make sure
to hear your voice?
Yeah.
Well, it's good to know.
I get lonely sometimes. It's kind of nice.
You get lonely, so you seek to fix that by listening to yourself
nice
in a short form.
But you
like, could listen to one of these.
But
it's like a conversation with memories attached.
But it's like that joy when you hear your voice on the phone and you're like, that doesn't sound like me. So it's like I'm calling and talking to a stranger anyway.
This doesn't sound like you anyway.
That sounds like me. This sounds like a bunch of bullshit, I would say.
Yeah, but so does the thing. Whatever. Stop calling the phone number.
But I have to show people what it is. Because I always carry around that water bottle at work and people are like, what happens when I call the phone
Tell them
number?
to fucking call it.
That's true.
That should be the number one. That was the point of the stickers. So they called it. Not so you just keep calling it over and over. Jesus. So yeah, someone else call. It's full of Slim breathing heavy. We can't use any of that.
I'm just gonna
whatever that laugh
I'm
just
just
was. It's like a 80s boom bap rap song. I went down the block and I got myself a hat. Jesus Christ. Follow us on Twitter at Dapper Dads. There's things there. We shouted out Elon Musk, and it looks like he got back to us.
He sure did.
Follow us on Instagram at dapperdadspodcast. There's stuff on there, too, believe it or not.
Exclusive stuff.
Like us on Facebook. Give us fucking 5-star reviews on Apple Podcast app, also known as iTunes.
Doing the giveaway once we get to 100.
Yeah, we got a cluster of them, but I haven't been able to read them. But give us more. Tell friends. Make this better.
Tell 5 friends.
Make this better.
Do 3 quick friends.
Do 3 quick friends and then 5 real friends.
5 overall, 3 quick ones.
Sure. Do friends.
Do all your friends. Make out with your friends and then make out with your friends' friends.
Yeah, make it awkward.
But if you make out with all of them, is it really awkward?
Yeah, probably. It's probably the most awkward.
I'm so disassociated, I don't even know what shame is anymore.
You've made out with all your friends? Because we're friends.
I mean, I'm not saying I got a little black book on my pocket at all times, but I mean, what are you doing?
Is that what you call it?
I mean, what are you doing after the show?
It is short and wide.
Man, what are you doing after the show?
I'm going home.
Like for real?
And
home?
you know.
Yeah.
You've heard the police don't allow you to be within 100-foot radius of my house.
Listen, man.
I would not recommend turning on the block anymore.
The police don't.
Everyone knows.
The police don't gotta know if you don't call.
See, the thing is, they do.
No.
After last week's events.
Listen, I myself am a little bit embarrassed about what happened last week, but there's no reason it had to get that way. The car had all 4 tires when I showed up. There's no reason there was only 2 by the time I left, and I don't know exactly what was in that puddle on fire on the front lawn, but it wasn't my fault. I didn't do it this time.
You said let's make the car into a pair of skis.
I thought it would work because I figured, that you always see those videos of like the Duke boys and the monster trucks and shit pulling back and riding on the 2, so I figured if we just didn't have the 2 in the front, we could put skis on the front in lieu of the 2 in the back and use them to pilot.
You went like vertical down the middle.
Is that not how you're supposed to do it?
I don't know.
I had a lot of beers that day. My math could have been wrong.
Oh, yeah?
No, I mean...
Is that what makes your math wrong?
I mean...
Oh, yeah. Also, how'd you guys like that surprise that came out this week?
Oh, yeah. Fantastic.
How nice of us
Yeah.
to just keep shoving it down your throat.
Yeah, let us know how much you love us by, I don't know, telling us your favorite part.
Yeah, because we don't remember. That was the span of several episodes.
Yeah.
And it was a nightmare to edit. So
Yeah, it was, I personally didn't edit it. I don't do the editing for the show, but my God.
Oh, really?
Yeah, oh, really? Man, rides on such a high horse, but the second I offer to edit, you're like, dear God, no, it would crash.
Would you even know where to start?
No, but I can watch like a YouTube video or something. Get, like,
I don't think you can.
You don't think so? You don't think there's like a YouTube video to help me like edit this shit?
No, I mean.
Like a website?
There might be something to help you,
yeah.
but you can't do what I do.
No.
I use 2 different programs. Mini plugins. You hear this fucking crisp, clear audio?
The super crispness of the audio is what draws the people in.
Yeah. You don't hear a lot of podcasts like this.
No.
You hear a lot of podcasts like this. People touching the microphones.
Yeah.
Why are they touching the microphones all the time?
You know,
Then I see videos and pictures of podcasts I like. They're just holding the microphones.
If you
what
are
kind
touching
of fucking barbarian?
If you have a podcast and you are touching the microphone, can you message us and tell us why?
Yeah, they're holding them like Bob Barker. Except they're not. That's the best microphone ever. Can we all agree on that?
His tiny little microphone.
ball.
Think about. Okay, imagine.
Incredible.
I'm gonna paint a picture for you, and I want you
Please
to tell
do.
me how wonderful this would be.
Go.
RSVP show for valet. Already wonderful, right? You're there.
Right.
You're first in line. You get in there. Valet comes out after all his openers, all this bullshit, and he's just got the dog in the bag, and he's rapping into a little Bob Barker mic.
That's nice. Is he rapping all the words? Because he is a very bad live performer.
Yes.
If we can be completely honest.
He is somehow.
You know my
magically
love
rapping
for
all the
Valet.
words. Yeah.
I watched a video of him yesterday rapping at South by Southwest, and it's not even rapping really. It's
What
just
is it?
a couple words here and there.
Yeah.
It's pretty disappointing. But 216s, they played it, and that shit looked crazy. Even
Well,
if
yeah.
he's not rapping,
Yeah.
fuck it. But yeah, anyone with if we do live shows, we should get the Bob Barker microphone.
I feel like something we should do eventually, like if we were to get into the whole like live show aspect, because in my opinion, if we were going to go around and do live shows, I'd want to make each one a unique experience for everyone, you know? So how cool would it be to go out to a Dapper Dad's event that was Price is Right themed?
That would be ridiculous.
How, like, all the games and everything like that, everyone just shows up and it's like a whole thing of like Dapper Dad's theme Price is Right before.
This seems expensive.
It seems expensive, and
I like money.
And it's shit,
And I
me
need
too.
and I need it.
But like, think about how wonderful
I think we
it
just
would be.
need the little microphones and the chairs that are hands.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
absolutely.
I've always wanted one of those.
What
as
about
a
a
kid.
couch that are hands, but it's like a bunch of fingers?
A couch that are hands?
Yeah. The couch that are hands.
All right, you heard it here. Someone make us a couch that are hands, and then we can finally do live shows. It's the only thing holding us back.
Only thing that's going to be able to hold Slim up is a couch made out of hands.
Are they real hands?
I wish they weren't.
Okay, you've heard it here first. Someone get a bunch of hands. I'm not going to say how or where. We're not going to ask questions. Is it like Jeepers Creepers when he falls into that tunnel?
You know,
And it's all made.
never seen Jeepers Creepers.
Really?
Yeah.
That's blasphemous.
Don't support the
Sometimes-
director.
Yeah, but
He did some
we
bad
didn't
shit.
know that back then.
Yeah, but like I had just never had the chance to see it. I had seen like a
It's a
couple
good
of
movie.
Yeah, and I hear it is. It's just I was like, you know, at this
Well,
point
he
it's like,
falls
why
down a
even?
tunnel, and the whole cave is like dead bodies, like sewn up.
Mhm.
So it'd be a couch like that. It really doesn't work if you don't get the reference. So
No.
you haven't done or seen a lot of things that shock me.
Yeah, I get that a lot from you.
Yeah, it's very disappointing. I mean, I've lived a life that's like 70-year-old men, a lot of people say. So it is hard to keep up or compete or ever be better than me in anything. But I would just like you to show some effort and initiative going forward.
I mean, I'd love to, man, but like, let's be real. I just don't have the drive.
Yeah, it's going to come up on your employee review, annual,
Fire me. Watch out.
quarterly review.
Can't tell me nothing.
I will fire you. You're replaceable. We've already been over this.
Please.
You're on thin ice.
The drill just starts hitting. I'm just like, oh
It's
no.
you. You hired someone with the drill to come shake things up.
It's
The show was getting kind of.
It's the small man with the drill.
I'll fucking kick that small man pretty far.
What would you do if you woke
11
up?
feet.
What would you do if you woke up and the small man was coming at you with a drill in the middle of the
That
night?
would kick him. It's very kickable, like Chucky. He was like a Chucky-sized person.
How much do you think Chucky weighs?
Not that much to be afraid of him.
Yeah,
like,
that's
I
what
like
I'm saying.
Child's
Like,
Play 3 was
yeah.
the best one in my opinion. They get the guy in the garbage truck, then they put real bullets in all the blank guns at the fucking children's army
Okay.
thing.
I forgot
That's
about the blank guns
incredible.
thing. Yeah, that one's pretty tight.
But why were we scared of a doll?
Yeah,
Very
I mean,
kickable. Again, anything that's kickable to me, it can't scare me. It's too
because
kickable.
it's like, what was that one? Did we go over that Would You Rather where it was like the duck-sized horse or the 100?
Yeah,
horse?
I think so.
Just kick all the little horses, right?
Yeah.
Like there's nothing to be scared of when
I
you
still
want to
go with
your feet.
a horse-sized duck.
Well,
just
yeah,
as
because
it's more aesthetically pleasing.
But yeah, because I mean, like, think about it, your feet are just going to be hurt after kicking all those little horses
Oh,
after
yeah.
a while.
They
Because I mean, a
got hard
horse is
bodies.
horse is still sturdy.
Hard-body horses.
I mean, their bones are solid. It's not like a duck. A duck has very hollow bones.
Yeah, I would jump on the back of the duck and just punch it in the back of the head. And then get its head by my crotch.
But would the bones be stronger because they're bigger?
I don't know. I think it would just be a more solid mass, but I just want to see it, really. I just want to see a big old duck.
Has science gone too far?
Yeah. This is the debate of a lifetime.
You just look so disappointed every week. It's like it just grows more palpable.
Yeah, with you.
Eh.
I'm disappointed with you.
In what sense?
All of them. Smell, sight, hearing, vision. Sight and vision.
Sight
of
and
course.
vision. Well, your third eye vision, the vision the vision that I should be in your head is still terrible, even when you have good expectations. You're like, oh my god.
You're telling me the dreams you're in are all very graphic and disappointing.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm in your dreams?
Yeah. Everyone's in my dreams. Even the listeners. You're in my mind, bitch. Get ready to wake up screaming, which I haven't done in a little while.
I was just about to ask, if you wake up screaming all the time, what kind of dreams am I in?
Bad ones. All my dreams are bad, even when I don't wake up screaming. Last night I dreamt I was on a plane, though. Little plane. And it was a lot to deal with.
I don't remember any of my dreams last night. I kept waking up a lot. It was...
Yeah, I've been waking up a lot because I can't breathe while I sleep.
It's not the not breathing. Something's just... I just cannot stay asleep.
That's one of my favorite things, is I say something that I have an issue with, and you're always like, no, it's not that at all.
No, but I'm saying
I
it's
know
not
for
that
you,
for me.
but it comes off like, no, it's not that.
No.
You're just busy staying up late sucking a dick.
I mean...
But yeah, so I'm
That's
not
why I'm not
breathing.
allowed
Don't
to
worry
breathe
about
in your
that.
house.
Just half of your brand might die in his sleep. What's
You're
going
not
on
gonna
with
die
you?
in your sleep.
The way I've been breathing.
Star Swipe 2.
Yeah.
Drama's dead.
Oh, why don't you try editing this? You said you could do it with a couple of YouTube videos. Let's see what you got. Because you don't have a
Nobody's
friend.
going to listen to this show if it's just me.
No, you got to edit the last one. That's my biggest fear is I die and we have one in the cooker, but everyone's like, I don't know how to get it out of the computer.
Well, I think... You think that I could at least not sit down with the squad and between the three of us become inept enough to edit and put an episode out?
No, not with no knowledge of where these are saved at.
No.
Anything?
No.
There's no way.
No. I'll find a way.
No.
I don't care if I got to
die,
bring this laptop to Yeezy, so he's got to get it off there.
I don't. Not even he can. Everything's encrypted. I spend most of my time encrypting all of this.
If
just to
Yeezy can't do
that.
it, may God have mercy on us all.
So we saw Danny Brown on Monday.
We sure did. That was the worst segue.
For free.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was realistically, and we didn't even like talk about it until we got out to the car, how free everything was. And that's what
I
made
was
it so
just
beautiful.
taking bathroom fixtures and shit. Everything was free.
Literally everything
I
was
took a
free.
person.
I
You know,
took-
Chad that was in the back of
Well,
the trunk.
I started with a purse.
Left him in Matt's car. He's dead now.
Started with a purse, and then I realized, why stop with a purse when I could take a whole person
Yeah.
attached to a purse?
Yeah. Because then you're not stealing a purse.
I mean, they were just handing out all those beers. It's their fault that people were getting stolen for free.
That is exactly what I wanted to happen, and then it happened.
It was like and there was that weird tentative thing I had. Okay, so let's just preface this. So it was on a Monday night. It was on
Just hard
3/12.
Hard to part. Yeah, it's 312 day for the Goose Island beer 312.
Yep. And so it was Joey Perp featuring Danny Brown at the House of Vans.
I think it was Danny Brown featuring Joey Perp. If we're gonna say it like
Okay,
that.
we're gonna say it professionally like that. Danny
I
Brown.
mean, that
was
just sounded shitty.
Danny Brown was the headliner.
Yeah.
And Joey Perp
With
was the
special
opener.
guest,
With special
Joey
guest.
Perp.
Man, my God, you can tell you're in marketing.
Oh yeah, I'm marketing this dick all around the town. Not going very well.
No, I was gonna say
All
whoever's
my
paying,
posters have been reported.
and torn down.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
They keep tearing them in half and then like taping it, and that's not the proper representation.
And then
of
the
it.
kids just keep cutting the letters out of a bunch of them and then making it like look at this small dick and weird magazine letters, and you're like, that's not meant to be the visual.
I know. I
and
definitely
they just top
should've.
the whole like chop off, and then it's just the top and the bottom. It's like the head and the balls.
Yeah,
and they're like,
that's exactly that's what I mean.
Dick.
They're just taking it and folding it like an old Mad magazine.
Yes. Oh my god.
And they're taping it, so it's just like
those things.
It looks like 3 balls basically. It's the head of my dick with.
I
the
got
2
in
balls.
so much trouble bringing Mad magazines to school when I was a kid. I remember specifically in like 4th grade.
Your school can have a teacher's balls shown. You
Crazy.
can show your own balls.
Crazy.
But Mad magazine is
Too
against
much.
the rules.
Crazy, man. I got
Weird.
I got like suspended for not wearing a lanyard with my name tag on it one day, but people can have. Oh man, my school was fucking bonked.
I don't
back in the
remember
day.
anything like what grade.
High school.
Oh, okay, maybe. Well, mine, I don't know. We had a lot of other issues going on.
Yeah.
I was supposed to get in trouble for not wearing a lanyard with my ID on it one time, but I just kept walking. The guy was like, "Hey, get back here!" And I turned around and I looked at him, and I kept walking. He's like, "Hey, I said get back here!" And I turned around and like smiled at him, and I just walked out of the school.
And
it was never a problem.
Yeah.
So kids, just walk away from your problems.
Yeah, see, kids, the problem is most of the time you stop and you try to like conversate with them. Like, no, you get hooked in that way. That's when they're like, "Come
Just
here,"
keep walking.
you don't gotta come here.
And if they catch up with you, be like, "I didn't realize you were talking to me."
If someone catches up with you and then they physically grab you, tell them they're gonna get murked. Because I'm gonna tell you what, if I was in high school and some teacher was like, "Come here," and like I walked away and he grabbed me, straight murk.
Yeah, you gotta punch your teachers too. One time I got in a fist fight in the bathroom and I
punch any form of authority.
I ran out and it was one of my teachers and he was like, "Hey!" and he yelled at me and then he was calling for like backup. So I just again ran right out of the school.
I need some goddamn backup.
Yeah, he knew what these hands do. There's a lot of people in that bathroom. But yeah, I used to just run out of school. That one time someone threw firecrackers in school, and it was like right after one of the many school shootings that happen every day in the world. And I couldn't see what was going on, but I saw this one teacher's face, and he looked so scared. I was like, "That's it. This school's getting shut up." I just ran out the front doors. I'm not dying in school. You must be out your fuck. I ran up the door, and then walked to the sidewalk, and then I just walked home. Yeah. And then my parents were like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I think the school might have got shown up." And they were like, "What?" And then it wasn't. It was firecrackers. And I was like, better safe than sorry, right?
Literally, if you were my kid, I would have been so proud of you. Because if my kid
came dying in school.
Oh my god!
I swear to God.
If my kid ran home at like 12 in the afternoon, and I'm just like, doing whatever I do at 12 in the afternoon when I have kids,
jerking off,
probably. Yeah. And I'm like, "Oh, what are you doing home so early, son?" And he's like, "Some fucker was shooting up the school, so I ran home." I'm gonna be like,
I kind of wish I would have stayed at school now, so I didn't have to see you jerking off, Dad.
I'd be like, what an awful thing to say to your own father. I was gonna treat you to a wonderful lunch because you survived and I valued your life, but now I wish you would have ran down your mother's back.
And then your hands up in the air and it's just dripping cum.
That's what I was picturing.
Of course, you were picturing that. This is a sensitive subject that shouldn't be made fun of.
What?
Jerking off in front of your children. Of course. What else?
I thought we were going to say school shootings.
No. The old jerk off in front of the kids.
Don't be jerking off in front of children.
Don't get caught
Fucking
jerking off.
reprehensible.
Don't get caught jerking off into a dork. Because it's hard to explain if people don't know what it is. It's just weird.
It's so hard to explain when people don't know what it is. And you can't go, "Oh, no, look, it's just a dork."
Have you ever been walked in on jerking off?
Oh, yeah.
I have not.
Really?
I don't think. I think one time my mom was kind of coming in the door, and I like put my foot up against the door. And then I think she knew what was up, but no one's ever like looked me in my eyes while I'm jerking off.
Here's the thing, man.
On accident.
That is a violent sounding sentence, in my opinion.
Looks me in my eyes. Yep. The old splattering, as I call it.
Good God. Well, okay, because think about it. If someone walks in on you jacking off and you stop, you're the guy that got caught. But if like you keep going,
I've like walked in on people while I'm jerking off. I feel like I've made this exact joke. I've made this joke before. Someone fact check it. We've had this same moment.
You've walked in
Yeah, it's
while
an old joke.
jacking off.
It's an old joke. Like, I walked in on someone while I was masturbating. Instead of I walked in on someone masturbating, I walked in on someone while I was masturbating.
God, just the visual of you.
Could you imagine if you're just like eating a sandwich and I just like come in the room you're in and I'm like, whoops, didn't know anyone was in here.
Well, because we also have a tendency to like just kind of walk into each other's houses when we get there. We don't really knock, I've noticed. So I'm just picturing like you
That's
just
what I
walk
do
in my
everyone.
front door, just.
I mean, if you're just giving it in that front room, that living room,
that big old front room I
yeah.
got. I mean, you might as that is the perfect space to jack in. Just true freedom in that
no,
giant
it's too
big
close
room.
to doors and windows.
No, that's the
True
thrill of
freedom
it.
is at the top of your stairs.
No, well, yeah, true freedom's at the top of the stairs coming on. With
True
that,
freedom's in the parking lot where I like to do it before I come in because sometimes I get anxious to see you. So I just rub a quick one out in the dirt.
Oh, you do that too?
Dick in the dirt.
I do that before every show.
Oh, I don't do it before every show.
Every show, that's why
You
I'm
can
late.
tell that's why this one is not.
Because you haven't gotten that pre out yet.
Yeah, that literal pre.
The actual factual jizz pre.
That's what I call it. That's what my doctor told me.
Holy
He's like, you got to make sure you get the actual, factual, literal pre out. Pre-ejaculate.
Jumping
Jumping
G Willikers. You absolutely, positively got to get that literally pre out.
Yep. It's like a infomercial. You must get the pre out.
Got to take the baby.
Or I guess we were talking about Danny Brown. Yeah, it was cool. I don't feel like there's actually a lot to say. They gave us free beer. It was free.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean,
it's at the House of Vans in Chicago,
everyone
which I've never been to.
Everyone
was
was pretty well behaved for the most part. Honestly,
yeah,
it was a
very
good time.
tame show, which was nice because Daddy's knee's still in limbo. I did get to hang back and watch you Wild Animals party. And
How was that? Like, I was actually
funny.
I wanted to know what it was like actually watching it
funny.
from
It's
the
easy to
outside.
see you, obviously.
Yeah.
Because there was you and one other guy that was like very tall.
Mm-hmm. Was that same guy that came up and dapped me up afterwards? Yeah, man, he was
Shout
a
out
lot of
that
fun.
guy. Yeah, he kept going in and out. He kept being next to me and then like seeing it and then like getting excited and going back in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I realized when I like actually don't mosh and jump around and act like an idiot, I see so much of the show.
Yeah.
So much so at points I was like, wow, this is really long and like there's a lot to like watch. Like,
yeah.
I think 30 to 40% of my normal time is like me and like fumbling around and getting pushed and pushing people and not actually watching the show.
Mm-hmm.
So it was interesting to see that. And yeah, I like when you can see it taking a toll on different people. Like I could see moments when you were like standing back, like breathing heavy. And then you could see Kurt and Matt at different moments, like waiting or just the waiting for.
Man,
like,
there was one time during Dip when Kurt and Matt were just going insane. And I was like trying to get to them before the next chorus. And then literally everything, it's like there was a bunch of firecrackers in the middle of the people. Because that particular pit was strange because people just kept jumping the whole time. Like everyone was, like, nobody was really pushing. Everyone was just like shoving into each other while they were jumping.
I feel like that's what you get with like free shows and stuff like that is a lot of weird shit and that's why I think it wasn't overall rowdy. Some people just want to be there. Some people probably don't even know who Danny Brown is.
Right, they were just there because it was free and
but
was a Vans.
it's
or
also
Goose
very
Island
fun to watch, like when you know the beat's gonna drop and when you know everyone's gonna go crazy, and to watch that from afar instead of like being in it, also waiting.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a lot of the anxiety out of it. So you just get to stand back and watch, and that was pretty funny. Also was on Instagram. That one was horrible.
A lot of weird wet noises coming out of you tonight.
Oh, you haven't seen the half of it. I was on Instagram looking at stuff from that show, and someone had a video, and it was this dude. Fuck this dude. He was like, the only video I could get, sorry, it's shaky. All these douchebags behind me wanted to push the whole time. Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you fucking bitch. You're going to go to a Danny Brown show? And I hate when people are in the front at a show that is going to be rowdy, like all the way through the show, just complaining.
Yeah.
Go the fuck to the back, Grandpa.
Well, because like how you
shut the fuck up.
Because you got to know what you're getting into. I mean,
and that's why I say if you're there for the whole show, if you're there for the first song or two, or like the first song where it really like breaks off, because I've been to shows where like when we've seen Jeff Rosenstock, his first song's pretty chill and it builds up. Nothing happened. Second song is very chill for like 10 seconds and then goes crazy and everybody went insane. I was like, oh shit, this is going to happen. So if you're at the front and you're there while it's getting rowdy and you choose to stay, I don't think you get to be like, people are pushing me.
I know.
Have you been
It's
to
like,
a fucking show?
like just a
It's
show
not like people
in
are coming up
general.
and just pushing you over.
I mean,
and
how
over.
many different types of show have we been to this year, and people push it every single one? So it's not like this is.
That's what it is now.
It's not like it's limited to types of shows. It's like at every show, there's people
if you
who
go
are
watch
gonna get
some
rowdy.
like weird shit, then yeah, you're probably
like,
fine.
Yeah, if you watch like some
Then
acoustic
go to those
musician,
shows.
you'll be fine. But like if it's and especially Danny, I've been telling everyone all week because people are like, well, how was the show? And I'm like, well, it was a mix of a rap crowd and like an EDM crowd.
Yeah.
So you had like a bunch of like rap fans there, but then you had like a bunch of like weird like raven.
And I
white
think
kids
again,
there
you just
too,
had
you
a
know?
bunch of random people.
Yeah, and then just a bunch of people who were probably just like, I like Goose Island and
Yeah.
it's free, and
Well,
so
they
I
do
wanna go
that
see what's
day
going
every
on.
year, so people probably just. I'm sure there's people who go to that day every year,
Right.
and wanted to be a part of it, regardless of what it is.
Like obviously we were there because aesthetically it was just mix of everything we love. It was
Yeah,
Vans,
it was,
it was
like,
rap,
perfect.
like literally it was. It was like someone pulled an evening out of our subconsciouses of what we would love to just have like be a perfect but not like too perfect. It seems fake kind of evening,
Yeah.
you know, and like it would be that.
I was
honestly.
also very responsible with the beers. If it
Super
hadn't
responsible.
been a Monday, I would have drank 12.
Oh my god, yeah, because they just kept at one point they were just giving them out 2 at a time.
Yeah, well, we were asking. I don't think they were doing that for everyone.
Yeah.
They were doing that for the 4 of us.
because we're so
I went-
goddamn charismatic.
When I went back after having, I think, 2 rounds of 2s, I went back up and got the same lady, and she looked me in my eyes. She goes, "We're only giving out 1 now." So she remembered that I was doing the 2s.
yeah.
And then I smoked a cigarette and came and just grabbed another one from someone else, and then I had 2 again. So suck my dick, lady. I still got 2.
How many gallons of beer you think they gave away that day?
I don't know. They had that special beer, and like it was gone instantly.
It was so good too.
I
got
hated it.
Really,
I think it was
I
one of the
loved
worst
it.
beers I've ever had.
I thought it was so delicious. It had like a weird. It was like a sweetness to it, but it wasn't like an overly sweet thing, like you get with like a summer Weiss or like a berry Weiss, you know, where it's like, almost like, oh, this is like a flavored syrup in a beer.
Yeah.
It was like a sweetness that was
See,
brewed
I did
in.
not taste that. It just tastes like a really bad IPA.
See, to me, there was like a sweetness on top of like the malt, so it was like
it did make my 312s better, because normally that's not like my go-to beer.
No,
I
but they were-
probably would never just go out and buy that, honestly.
I wouldn't go out and buy it, but honestly, it was a damn good beer.
Yeah, free beer, I don't really care. I've drank some awful free beers.
Yeah, but as long as man,
But yeah, it was a very good time, especially for a Monday.
fantastic
definitely-
evening. You let me control the aux on the way home.
Yeah,
which was very
all
nice.
we all had issues with that,
Yeah.
but you did prove yourself, so we know going forward it was a huge mistake. And
I don't
We'll
get
have
how
to
it's a
talk about
mistake when I prove myself.
no, I said you didn't prove yourself.
Oh,
There
I
was
thought I
huge
did.
periods where you were not paying attention to music, and we were just sitting there.
Ah, that sounds.
We're not
about
going to
right.
get into it. You'll be reprimanded tomorrow
Eh,
in front of. You have to go in front of the Council of Dads and.
get paddled.
No, that seems weirdly specific. Is that something you would like us to arrange?
I'm just trying to figure out what the justifiable.
That's a
punishment
paddling.
is. Yeah, that seems about right. It seems like that's
No,
the kind of
it's not a
punishment.
paddling.
Well, then what's a proper dad punishment then?
You're stripped from music duties forever.
Ah,
For the foreseeable future, we'll say.
nah, that's fair.
Because you can only see so far. Do
Yeah.
we want to get into some of these submissions?
We might as well.
Because we were just talking about something that made me want to jump into one, but we're all over the place. So this is the first one we got. It is from P Dude. His email is 2p@fuck.com.
I love fuck.com. They are such a reliable web server.
Yes, indeed. And it says, "Hey dads, do you ever pee and it's just 2 streams coming hot out your dick?" This
Is
has
it ya? Like it's actually YA.
yeah, hot out your dick. This has happened to me on 3 separate occasions, and I'm wondering if y'all ever have it.
Okay, I'm just gonna be the guy that says it. The worst is when you wake up to go piss after sex at like 3 in the morning, and you go and it's like two streams or 3 streams even.
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten the 3 stream before?
Yeah, it's like you're chipping away at a dam.
Oh my god, it's literally, and then you're trying
It's
to
about to
push
burst.
harder behind it to try to get
Yeah.
it, even though it's deteriorating anyway, and some sort of disgusting display of animalistic science that I don't even want to think about. But like, oh my god, it's so it just hurts. Honest to God, it's just.
I don't
terrible.
ever have it hurt too much. I guess it depends.
Maybe I use my
Um,
dick too much.
I think you're just pressing too hard. I also have
Probably.
a huge pee hole, people have told me.
A huge like a urethra, like a giant
Yeah.
urethra.
Yeah.
Ain't no blocking your boys, I guess.
Mm-mm. Soldiers on duty. My biggest thing with this is this has happened 3 times. Like, that's it? This happens to me 3 times a day.
Like it, yeah.
This is more so than not. My pee.
Okay, I'm not
going to
say it happens in like a consistent schedule, but it happens enough to when it comes up, I feel like I forget about it until it happens, and then it does, and I'm like, oh, yeah, my dick does this.
Yeah, I constantly forget that because if you've ejaculated is where it's coming from, or you got some hard pre in there that didn't get out.
Super hard pre.
And that's what usually startles me. Like I think in the morning I get a lot of pre, or just if I've been generally aroused, but not to completion.
If I've been hanging out outside your house that evening.
Yeah, if I've just been
aroused.
Rubbing it against the ground. You know how you do when you're a kid, and you're just trying to figure out what it all means.
So this awful visual of you is like a 7-year-old just laying on your carpet, just
rubbing
just
it.
grinding.
I have this awful visual of you as a 7-year-old on your carpet grinding it, but you're huge. You're a huge 7-year-old. It's like a 14-year-old kid, and by that point, you should know what to do with it.
If you're still not jacking it by 14,
yeah,
what are you doing?
You're late to the game.
How much Yu-Gi-Oh are you playing?
I feel like you would be jerking it more if you're playing that much Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah,
squeezing it in somewhere.
How you But sex.
While you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
Sex doesn't make you better at Yu-Gi-Oh though. So what's the point?
You got me there.
Doesn't make me better at video games. Doesn't make me better at anything really.
No.
What does sex make you better at exactly? Like what
having sex?
Does it?
I mean, if you give a shit and you do it enough without breaks. I mean, I got some moves. I got like 3 moves.
3 moves?
Yeah, 3 quick ones.
3 quick moves. Hit me with your 3 quick bedroom moves.
No, they're just quick because they don't last long.
Oh, yeah, well, of course.
Very quick.
I mean, they don't call me Fast Finger Slim because I'm funny.
Oh, I know.
You've heard stories?
No, I just know you're not funny. Oh. I do a podcast where I talk to you all the time.
Yeah, that's right.
Not funny at all. Sad, really.
I know.
Yeah, I don't know. Sex makes you better at sex and then contemplating life immediately afterwards.
Yeah, I'm never in the right mind right after sex.
No post-nut clarity?
Oh, but I don't have post-nut clarity. If it's by myself, I have post-nut clarity, but with a person, I have absolutely no post-nut clarity for some reason. I think it's because I'm by myself and I'm like, what have I done?
Yeah, I don't like that one. With a person, I feel like I have the clarity. By myself, I'm just disgusted and appalled.
Yeah.
At everything.
I mean, that's how I feel all the time anyway.
Yeah, about yourself.
Well, I mean, technically, you are post-ejaculate right now, if you really think about it.
Yeah, and my life's just waiting for my next nut.
Yep.
You know me.
Your body's also just a poop gun, and Eaton's reloading it.
What? You can't just drop that on me.
But it's true. Also, your tongue is never comfortable in your mouth. If you
really
I
hate that one. Fuck you. God, that maniacal laughter. You fucking piece of shit.
I know, I'm a huge monster.
Oh, I hate that one.
Why are you thinking about
true.
Yeah, because you're thinking about your tongue too much now, aren't you?
Doesn't make any sense.
Sorry, everyone listening to
Sorry.
this. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that dick thing on the last episode.
Oh, that dick thing on the last episode was uncalled for. If we can just talk about that.
It's as bad as big tongue.
Yeah.
So now you're just like... doesn't fit. I'm gonna get a tongue reduction.
Did you see there's some songwriter out there who doesn't have a lower jaw?
No.
But he's like a rapper songwriter?
No.
I saw like 30 seconds of it on a Facebook video.
Songwriter always makes me think of like a folk songwriter, so rapper songwriter is very interesting.
Well, I mean, like Sci-Hi and like Jay Electronica, those guys are considered like songwriters, you know?
Well,
like
yeah.
Mike Posner is considered a songwriter. Black Bear's a songwriter.
A lot of people are. If you write a song, I think you can be a songwriter.
Right,
but I'm just saying,
I mean, like
most of the time,
the profession of a songwriter is like people who write songs for other people.
Yeah, and I feel like there's a lot of rappers that do that. Like,
yeah,
he is like one of the biggest songwriters, but no one pays attention to that. That's what I mean. If you write a song, I'm sure you've helped write another song. You're a songwriter.
Yeah,
but rapper songwriter without a jaw is really just a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot.
2 out of the 3, not all of them. Pick one.
I don't think you got to pick.
No, he's probably like, I don't want a jaw. It's probably a gimmick.
Can't wait till this comes back on us like 40 episodes from now when someone from his PR hears this. Holy shit. Yeah. Hey, he took that jaw off as a gimmick. Let's start that, man. Let's make that our first confrontation for the show.
Oh, I think we've already had our first.
I still haven't heard from Joe C's legal department for what it's worth. So why don't you get your Mountain Dew ink out on your used Kleenex and send me some shit already, Joe C's estate.
There it is. They don't know how to read.
It was the size of they don't know. Like, it was you had to think about it. Like, the logic was there. It just took a second.
Yep. But anyway, so yeah, we're just out here breaking hard peas off out of our wiener.
Because that's just what it do sometimes.
Yeah, it does.
My cat almost got burned to death by a candle this week, and I'm talking about, pissing things out of my boner.
Well, you shouldn't be pissing them out of your boner. There's actually
You ever pissed with a boner?
Yeah, we've all pissed with a boner.
Terrible.
You ever piss inside a man?
A man? No, I've never pissed inside a man.
I said woman. You just didn't hear the first part.
No, I heard pissed. You just said to me.
Hear what you want to hear.
Have you ever pissed inside a man? That's what you just said to me.
No, you ever pissed inside a woman?
No, you didn't say "whoa" before. You're gonna listen back to this. You ever pissed inside a man? No, I've never. Pissed,
I know what
I've
said.
never pissed inside anyone. For what? Have you pissed inside someone?
I don't know. You're
What do you
making
mean
it weird now.
Why is it weird?
I don't know. You got all defensive.
I'm not defensive. I'm just saying you asked me if I've ever peed in a man, and it was like some weird Freudian slip. You know how I know you're gay? Because you slipped and you told me something about peeing inside a man.
I told you that in confidence.
You told me that on this public show 30 seconds ago.
It's not always public. I said woman. We're going to get past it. I said woman.
You're going to text me when you edit this.
Real quiet.
Yeah, you ever pee inside a man? You are so fucking terrible. You are a garbage person.
Yes, just because you reenacted a different way doesn't make it real.
You sat there. Okay, fine. I'll reenact it in a real life way. You sat there and went, hey, you ever pee inside a man?
Yeah, there was a quiet woo.
No, I have a
cough.
Man.
It was the whole thing.
I think you're just gay.
I'm not gay. Not that there's anything wrong.
Not that there's anything wrong with it, but I think you've peed inside a man, and I'm gonna find out.
Does that make you gay?
If your dick is in, how else would you pee inside a man unless your dick was inside of him?
I didn't say I was inside of a man.
Well, then how did you pee in him?
I could pee in your mouth from here.
I wish you wouldn't.
Well, you keep barking up this
with that big urethra of yours.
Yeah. You want to see this big pee hole?
Apparently, Big Iron's just out here with it at his trusty hip.
It's huge. It can shoot marbles out.
Please don't piss in my mouth.
But just accept that you can pee in a man without putting your penis inside of them.
When you say pee inside a man, it's implied you're inside of them. No, you didn't. You did not say woman drama.
We're not going to keep it.
No.
I don't want to harp on this.
I'm harping on it because it's true.
It.
Hashtag what? Hashtag hey. Okay, if you listen to this show and the first time around you heard drama say piss inside a man, hit us up at 4027-DAPPER and let us know so we can corroborate this. Because I swear to God you said man. You did not go, whoo, man.
That's how I'm going to start talking to ladies. Wow, you are a beautiful woo, man.
It's my business, man. I'm a businessman and you a woo, man.
Yep. What am I thinking of the song that's like, you only hear what I want. It's by like a 90s singer girl. I only hear what I want to.
You say,
yeah,
I only hear what I want to. Oh, God. Emilio, I know you're listening to this. Tell me who that is.
I was hoping that was the answer.
We used to have a thing where he would like message that to me for some reason. I don't remember. I just remember we were always like, you say. I can like kind of see the video too. I feel like she was kind of hot. Do you need me to look this up right now so we can see exactly what it is?
I'll pop a quick Google.
Dude, gonna frock a gander over on the old Google.
What do I type in? You say you only hear what you want to.
Yeah, you say I only hear what I want to. Oh God.
I like when it autocorrects like right away. That's Lisa Loeb. Who? With the glasses and the titties. Lisa Loeb.
Yeah, let me get a.
It's just a screen.
I don't know who that is, but glasses and titties. Yeah, that seems to make the most sense. So make sure we cut a good old pic of old Lisa in here in the video.
I'm looking at him. She got old.
Oh, did she?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
Hold on. This is
essentially
her.
Oh my God. Is that our competition for the show?
Yeah, that's you in the future.
Oh my God. Why is my hair brown?
Me in the future. Can we just do 90s songs? That's the guy you want to piss in so bad that you think I say things right now.
Shut the fuck up. You're the one who said you've never peed in a man.
I didn't say I never have.
Have you peed in a man?
I don't think this is the proper time or place.
This is literally the only time and place to talk about something like that.
You think this won't come up again? Comes up all the time for me.
That you peed in a man?
I didn't necessarily. Being a man.
And what did you do to get your pee inside of a man?
I could pee in a pitcher and pour it in their passed
But
out
what
mouth
did you
while they're
do?
sleeping.
No. The question is, what did you do?
What did you do?
Not what could you
did
do?
you do?
Not would you do?
What would you do to a
did?
man?
Can you imagine being in court someday with Lawyer Dog and someone's like, "We know what you did to that woo man."
But it's just Ric Flair.
Yeah, I would
You're like,
love
this is a real woo
the
man.
Dapper Dads versus Ric Flair.
Oh, I hope he doesn't die soon.
Oh God,
He's on rocky ground.
Ric Flair's on rocky ground.
Didn't he just almost have a stroke or had a stroke?
Did he?
Yeah, he was real sick.
Ric Flair was.
That's what I heard. 'Cause
Nature
then he was
Boy
in
Ric
then he
Flair?
was in the Offset video for Ric Flair drip.
Yeah.
And that was
Flair
like
drop.
the first thing. Drip.
Is it drip?
I think it's drip.
I swear to God, it's
You're-
drop.
You want to go with me or you when you're constantly just a little bit off? Because that would make it just a little bit off. Would you pop another Google?
Yeah, let's pop another Google. Frock another gander.
I usually turn the internet off, but I guess it's helping us now.
Yeah.
Ric Flair drip.
Drop makes more sense.
I
in my
put
mind.
drop in and it says, "Do you mean Ric Flair drip?"
That's fair. I guess I just don't read everything.
Yeah, I think that's your biggest problem. You're like the estate of Joe C.
It's also my greatest. That's not. It's not a great anything. My life is just agony.
So yeah, we've all peed with split streams, just to bring it back home.
And one of us has peed in a man somehow.
I
apparently.
never said I did or didn't do that. Put those eyebrows back up. Don't you lower them bitches at me.
This brow's being furrowed at you.
I will
right
pee
now,
in
so-
whatever I want to, and
then
whomever I want
What
to.
have you peed in before then?
How much time do we have?
3 quick ones.
A bathroom.
3 quick people you peed in.
It gets me in a
Well,
Chad, Dave, Alexander.
all men's names.
No, I said Candy, Dana, and Alexis.
I'm also gonna
You're
need someone.
bad at hearing.
That's probably true, but you pee inside of men, so who's really at fault here?
I'm not gonna keep
People
going
with
with
piss fetishes are gonna get so pissed at us about this show. They're gonna be like, "I don't listen to the Dapper Dads to be fucking kick shamed."
But
Guess
it's
what?
funny
Now you fucking do.
It's funny because they have piss kinks and they're pissed at us. So really, aren't you just getting off?
Yeah, I mean,
Wow, bringing you quality content since last year.
2017.
I love when you see logos and it's like Dave's Famous Burgers established 2018, and you're like, oh, cool. That's
Famous to who? Dave and his fucking wife?
Yeah, because everywhere I go, the burgers are famous.
Why?
Yeah, every fucking place.
And it's not
World famous burger. Really? The
How
whole
is it
world? You think so?
You're telling me there's people
not
in
a better
Thailand.
burger
You're
in
telling
this
me
fucking
that there's
earth?
people in Thailand right now that if I go over there, I'm like, hey, you know Big John's Burgers in like, I don't know, fucking Dick Nowhere, Illinois, and they're
Delaware.
like, and like fucking Delaware, and they're like Big John's Burgers, yes, fantastic
They have
products.
t-shirts.
They just have tons. It's like some dude's house in like Thailand. It's all like Big Bob's Burgers merchandise.
Yeah.
Just like him out front like this. Everyone's like,
Well, it's Big Dave's. Big Bob's Burgers is a TV show.
Oh,
Of course,
yeah.
they have merch out there. They have those little dolls and stuff.
what if some dude was like such a specific fan? Okay, picture this: a documentary about specific fans of small failed hamburger chains.
Okay.
And the guy, and it gets to the point where
Sounds
it's
sad.
it gets to the point where it's the interview with his wife, and she's just like chain smoking, and she's like, I couldn't even eat fast food hamburgers after I left him.
Oh, God.
All the memorabilia. Every time I heard a tray clack, I just thought about him.
I like this.
He would like bring the food out, and everything he made in like burger form, like it was like spaghetti, but in like the shape of a burger and fries that he like pressed with a Play-Doh mold and shit.
That's not good.
Nah, it's sad, and it's got real sad piano music over it. This
Of
whole
course.
section.
That's every documentary.
The whole first 20 minutes has to be like fun 80s montage.
Yeah.
Like here's my
They were on top of the world.
here's my fun hamburger stand collection stuff, and then it's like, and then his wife left. Go poof, and it's just like that slow black and white fade in on his sad face, like really hungover. Just
I could see it. All the documentaries I watch are sad. I never watch any uplifting.
yeah. What's a
Well, I
positive
watch a lot of
documentary you've ever seen?
Dear Zachary. I watch a lot of black metal documentaries, and those
Not the most uplifting people in the entire world.
Last one wasn't as bad. The other one
Was there dick mutilation in the last
there
one?
was not. There was a picture of a dead body with the brains blown out.
But yeah,
and a
everyone's
lot
seen
of
that.
Burning churches.
Everyone's seen
so
that.
many burning churches.
They burn a lot
really
of churches.
burning
Yeah, like 100% burn.
to the ground. What was I gonna say? I watched this documentary and I'd heard the story before about this guy from like the 70s who bought a motel just to watch the people fuck in it. Have you heard this?
No, I have not.
It's crazy. There's a whole wrote to this guy who was a poppin' author. I think his first name is Gay. That's Gay Torres or something weird, but I remember his name's Gay, of course. And that I'm not slandering anyone. That's his government name.
We're not. No. Full government name. Gay
You got a
Torres.
real gay name. It's not Torres, and I regret saying
How
that.
often do you think that kid got
Gay
bullied?
Talese, I think.
Gay Talese?
Yeah.
No.
Not like Tulise.
Yeah, I was saying,
Talese.
if the kid's name was Gay Talese, how often do you think he got made fun of in school?
And looking at the way he dresses now, he's probably still getting bullied. I might fuck around, bully him if I find myself in New York. But anyway.
Best watch out, be if the Dapper Dads ever be in Boo York.
You can't say that.
I can say it if I want to. It's my
No,
goddamn
let's
show.
Let's edit it out now.
Bick
yeah,
and back being Boo.
This guy writes a letter to this author, Gay Talese, and he's like, I have this motel that I bought specifically for the purpose of watching in everyone's rooms. He bought it and took the attic and he made the little holes that you would think were like a vent. And he put a vent cover on it so he could peer through them. And he'd watch people fuck. And he'd watch people just be gross in motels, wipe their greasy hands on the comforter and spit on the floor and things we all do in motels.
Yeah, I haven't done those last two things.
I spit on the floor a lot.
Do you?
Yeah, true freedom.
Did you spit on the floor in Madison?
I don't remember.
I was sleeping on that floor.
I should have took a shit on that floor.
That floor you should have done a lot of things.
No one should have slept on that floor. I've done a lot of things that city. I've spit in that hotel specifically, so I don't have to do it every time. I've also probably wiped my greasy hands in the blanket. Yeah. But anyway, long story short, it's a very interesting documentary, or you can just read the shit. The Gay Talese guy wrote a book about it, and then it's a whole thing. But this guy just watched people fuck, and then they were saying, if you went to a motel with someone and you were fucking them, you're in a motel peeing in a woman. Would you be mad if someone watched it?
If I was
someone and you never knew, so it was say 5 years ago, you were just banging the shit out of someone in a gross motel, just really giving it to them.
Been there.
Yeah,
I've been there.
And then you find out in the news today that someone had watched you do it. Didn't hurt you.
I would say, is there video of it?
No.
Then what's the
no
problem?
Video, just in the guy's mind.
What's the problem? It's
that
just
was
like
the big
porn.
thing. Yeah, that was the big thing. I would be
I can get where more conservative people would be upset, but to me, as long as names and everything aren't coming out, nobody's.
He wrote it in a notebook.
Okay,
but it was just it wasn't your name. It was just huge blonde-haired man with glasses. Fuck small twink. all of his notes are way wrong though. So you're no, that's not what happened.
No, it was.
They're we have a written statement.
It was a small, beautiful woman. I think he's using the
real
term wrong.
Ugly woman. You're no. Bucket of chicken. You're what?
No.
Fucking a bucket of chicken.
Can't be correct. My dick's too small for that. Sir, officer,
look.
I just pulled my little dick.
That checks out.
He
underlined it here 3 times. Small dick.
But no, you
smallest
just said,
I've ever seen.
You just said everything he said was a lie.
No, that part's right. We just wanted to get you in the small
just
dick.
Just the part about the dicks is correct on every single one.
Also, he said you were definitely alone. He also said he's seen everyone use the sit on the toilet every way you can imagine.
Really?
Which that was most exciting to me.
Because that means
I don't think I
want to
watch.
They're using the back as a shelf.
Yeah, which is my favorite personally.
Which means somebody laid down with their boner helicopter style in the toilet to pee.
Yeah, that one's
because if you did every style imaginable.
I also like the one where you put your feet up on the toilet seat and you're
squatted,
the back of your ass against the tank, and you're shitting from up high like a drop, so there's not the splashback. But I would be more excited to watch people shit than fuck, because look at the average couple, right?
Yeah.
probably gross to watch fuck.
Well, and honestly, okay, now here's
I'm probably not. Like,
here's something
charming to
psychologically
watch
that,
fuck.
and I think the same thing about myself. I've caught glimpses of myself in mirrors before.
We've all seen video.
And like you see the glimpses, and you're like, oh hell, and then you just have to look
You're
away.
surprised anyone lets you do it too.
Oh my God, it's incredible that anybody has sex with me ever. It's amazing that anybody looks at this and desires this in a way
I
sexually.
thought you were gonna say it's amazing anyone looks at this and designs it like someone like you're a prototype. And they're like, wow, what an efficient model.
I mean, I just go home. I have to do this weird check-in thing where they're like, you see a flower on the ground. There's a child outside. Child. I have to like respond well to me. They're like, okay, your pronouns are just fine. You're tuned up. You're just fine. You are so in center right now. You could pass for human anyway.
You peeing a woman, man. No.
I get
Discontinue.
I get home.
Stamp. Void.
I thought you were gonna say stab, like they just right through the eye.
Could you imagine if they're like discontinue, instantly stab you in the face?
Oh my God!
I mean, that is very efficient.
I mean, if you're discontinuing a model, that's the best way to do it.
You want to get it out of there.
Slurping noise.
But yeah, I don't want to watch people have sex. Probably.
Okay, well, I mean, think about it, like, because
I totally would.
Well, psychologically, there's have you ever noticed how there's like couples out there that look very similar to each other, like the man and the woman look
like
similar,
Millhouse's parents,
right? Because psychologically, you are drawn to something that looks like you were all a little narcissistic in that way.
Yeah.
That's what
I would fuck me.
I would.
Would you fuck me?
No,
I'd fuck
I
me.
mean, I'd fuck you. I
Would
wouldn't
you
fuck
pee in me? Oh, say it, you stupid bitch.
I'd pee in you. That's fine. You say it, you stupid. Say you peed in a man, you stupid bitch.
I never peed in a man. The mechanics don't even make sense.
They do.
I don't pee.
Ever.
No.
Just
get rid of it.
Just eliminated the need to
pee.
chop my dick off. Don't gotta pee anymore.
Exactly. A lot more time in my day.
A lot more time. Don't spend all that time pissing like you yokers.
Yeah. Save 7 minutes a day. It's ridiculous.
What do you do with the extra 7 minutes? Think about jacking off.
Yeah. Think about peeing.
Read about pissing and jacking off.
Read about how to get a new dick.
You're just standing there over the toilet holding a water bottle, letting it slowly dribble in the toilet, crying when no one's around. And you're like, I'm just pissing out my dick.
The best time to cry.
When you're pretending to pee in the bathroom.
I was going to say when no one is around, but yeah, either way, to each their own.
Pretending to pee so you can go cry in the bathroom?
Yeah, no. You're talking to me.
True freedom.
That's what I do at parties. All right, you want to get into this other submission?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do it.
This one's from Elon Musk.
So we did get a hold of him.
We reached out to Elon Musk. I said I want him to follow at @DapperDads on Twitter because he doesn't follow a lot of people. And I would also, did you hear that?
It sounded like screaming, like immortal screaming. Like there's a demon down here. I'm actually a little freaked out. That kind of, you heard that too, right?
I just got a glimpse of it because I was talking.
Yeah, same. I heard you talking and it just sounded like,
someone isolate that audio. There's probably a secret message. Play it backwards, I'd say. Right? It's going to be like, I spilled the blood of the innocent.
No, it's our like real names. And then they're like, have small dicks. And it's like,
damn it.
Damn it. Even the ghosts know I got a tiny pecker.
Anyway, I also want that flamethrower. Elon, I know you're a loyal listener.
Elon, I know you're out here listening to the show.
2 flamethrowers.
Two Dapper Dads flamethrowers.
I'll take the regular one.
Red and yellow. I want a custom paint job.
You're ruining this. You're fucking it up.
How am I fucking it up? If he's giving it to us as a promo item, why can't we ask for a specific...
So he's going to customize one?
Yeah, why not? He's Elon fucking Musk.
No, he has a lot of shit on his plate.
And a lot of fucking money.
You're fucking this up.
Listen, man,
I'll take the regular flamethrower.
Elon, be real with me, man. I know you can print me up a Dapper Dad's flamethrower, and I know you want to, man.
He has a lot of shit. He's working on making underground tunnels that we drive through.
And how great would it be to have us enforce the new tunnels with our flamethrowers? The flamethrower is
only $500.
I, for one, welcome my new overlord.
Go buy some merch.
So that we can have
www.thedapperdads.com/shop. And if we make $500 profit,
we will buy a flamethrower.
We will buy a flamethrower.
And we will demonstrate a
Or if someone wants to give us $500 or a flamethrower, I'll take a homemade flamethrower.
I will just take, a flamethrower.
I'll take fire. Just give me fire.
Just give me a way to create fire.
Give me a lighter.
So just give me a can of like hairspray and a Bic lighter. That would be just fine.
I love that. If you use mass airflow sensor cleaner is the most efficient aerosol spray.
Which one of the dads read the Anarchist Cookbook? Find out.
I totally read it when I was a kid, but that was just from trial and error. So, yeah, a little fun tip for you. Anyway, this email's from Elon Musk, which I assume is just his emailed us because he he's so like ahead of the curve that
he's
his
able
scent
to send his essence digitally to us.
Yeah, we're getting a waft of it right now.
Thank you for your musk, Elon.
But it's titled Danny DeVito Threesome, and it says, not that.
Starts with that.
Starts with a nice wet burp. Says, if I were to ever have a threesome with the most beautiful woman in the world and Danny DeVito, I think she would feel pretty disappointed how left out she was after 30 minutes.
I mean, based on It's Always Sunny, I've seen Danny DeVito shag, so I mean, he's just doing that thing with
shag?
Yeah, where he's
we're going to edit that out.
Why?
It's like the worst term.
Shag?
Yeah.
Shagging some bitch with Danny DeVito? Ooh.
Yeah, that's how Tim Allen fucks.
No, Tim Allen, and then when he comes, he's like,
yeah.
And then the theme song
that's him
starts
walking out.
with all the fucking bitches' money out of the wallet.
And coke. Don't forget.
Tim does coke.
Don't forget
so we
Tim
can work
Allen.
harder.
Snitched.
So we can earn more.
Anyway.
We can do more coke.
Anyway, yeah, I mean, I don't know what we're really supposed to say about that.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Why?
I feel like I'm happy for Danny DeVito.
I mean, I'm happy Danny DeVito's banging the most beautiful woman in the world. Danny DeVito deserves it.
Well, the woman feels left out because Elon's Musk is really giving it to Danny DeVito.
Who's the woman?
It just says the most beautiful woman in the world.
Who's the most beautiful woman in the world? Top of your head, go.
I don't know. That's a lot of pressure.
I mean, it's a lot of pressure, yeah.
I always go to Rihanna as the girl. I don't think she's the most beautiful.
She's pretty damn beautiful.
She's gorgeous.
See,
yeah.
I always say Lana Del Rey. I think she's
Yeah, that's nice.
She's
too.
a stand-up broad, man.
Demi Lovato. A lot of those singer girls.
Yeah, a lot of singers are attractive to me for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know if any of them are the most beautiful. That's a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure.
I don't know. But yeah, maybe Danny DeVito's getting peed in, getting the whole like run around, and he's just loving it.
Did you pee in Danny DeVito?
No comment. Anyway. I'm worried Danny DeVito's going to die. Have you seen how old he looks now?
He looks so old.
It's scary.
Like, I hate that you brought it up. Like, I'm glad you brought it up because, like, I think about it constantly. Because, like,
that's all I think about.
Well, because recently there's been a string of a lot of, like, 80s musicians passing away, and it's been hitting my mom really hard because she was such, like, a wild 80s child that, like, all of these people she idolized are now gone, and it's like eventually that's going to start happening. It's already happened to us in some ways, but like it's just going to, like, eventually it's going to get home. Like those big heavy hitter for us are going to go, you know, and I think that's going to be one of them.
Who would you be most upset about?
Like right now, if someone just died, like idol wise, I would probably be realistically, and this is just from like the small emotional child in me talking, probably like if I open up my phone and they're like Marilyn Manson's dead, or true. Like Corey Taylor from Slipknot, if he was dead, I'd be
Corey Haim, Corey Feldman, several Corys,
Ron Howard.
Yeah, Ron isn't he not doing good?
Clint Howard.
Yeah, Clint Howard.
Yeah, Clint Howard. Clint
Eastwood. He's old as shit.
Is Clint Eastwood not dead?
I don't know. I thought Stephen Hawking was dead.
No. Well, now.
Well, yeah, no, everyone's like, oh, he's dead. And I'm like, yeah. And then
I could have sworn Clint Eastwood died.
I don't think he's dead.
Last I heard, he was talking to that chair that had like, and he's like,
didn't he just make that movie where the actors are actually like army soldiers or something?
Yeah, he did. Well, no, it's not the actors are army soldiers. It's the guys who were in the actual army thing or the actors in the movie.
Yeah, isn't that what I just said?
No, you said you said the guys were actors in the army.
No, I meant like the actors were in the army. They're the people from Yeah, the people who it actually happened to.
Which is such an odd concept when you think about it, because it's like, hey, here's this traumatic and heroic thing that you did.
And we're gonna make them relive it.
Now let's make you relive it a bunch of times while we try to get the perfect shot for a movie,
so we can make a bunch of money.
Just because Clint Eastwood wants to fucking do it, just because he's like dude's got to be like 110 and just like
he loves guns and
yelling at chairs. Yeah, just hates people.
Yelling at people.
You ever see Gran Torino? I loved that movie, but
I loved it, but then I saw it not that long ago, and I was like, wow, this is kind of offensive quite a bit.
Super offensive.
Now I can't really back it up, but it was a good movie. That was I got my internet shut off for illegally downloading that movie.
Gran Torino?
Yeah, because it leaked like crazy early.
Yeah.
And everybody downloaded it, so I also downloaded it, and then I got a letter in the mail, and they were like, you got to call and get this turned back on.
Got to use that firewall blocker.
Well, I called, and I was just like, oh, I don't know what happened. And they were like, is your Wi-Fi unsecure? And I was like, yeah. And they were like, oh, we'll turn it back on. We recommend putting a password on, probably one of your neighbors. I was like, yeah, I got some shady neighbors.
Live in a real shitty neighborhood. You probably shouldn't give anyone else internet in this neighborhood.
Yeah, you probably should never come to connect anything. I'll steal that Comcast truck so quick. Flip it.
Can you oh my God, can you imagine if we stole a Comcast truck? Let's steal a Comcast truck, use the money, flip it, and buy a flamethrower.
Let's not steal a Comcast truck.
Ah.
Anyway, since we're all legal smeagol with that,
we're all squared
we're
away.
definitely not stealing the Comcast truck. How the blinking, you can hear it. Oh, he's trucking out. Oh my God. He wasn't blinking in agreement at all.
We didn't get him a flamethrower in time.
No. Yeah, if I get a flamethrower, I'd like I don't want to be cremated currently. I want to take up space on the earth because fuck this.
Yeah.
And I want to turn into a skeleton because it's probably cool.
Well, it's the only way to fight in the skeleton war.
Yeah, exactly. You know, if they don't put rest in peace, you're automatically drafted into the skeleton war.
I'm so glad you got it.
I know. That's why I couldn't do it.
It's one of the best tweets of all time.
Anyway, but if we do get a flamethrower, then I can be cremated, but by you with the flamethrower.
I always hate the implication is that you're dying before me and I have to do something with your corpse.
Does that seem that far-fetched?
Yes.
Really?
I feel like I'm going to die before you.
Oh, because the ticker?
Yeah. 100%.
No. I'll make sure that fucker doesn't go out.
Really?
If you start having a heart attack, I'll just slit my throat. Joke's on you, bitch.
So we can both be in hell at the same time?
I mean, that seems appropriate. The Dapper Dad's live from hell.
That'll be the final episode that no one's ever going to be able to get out.
Yeah, no one.
What if the noise we heard while we were talking was us from hell doing that episode and someone hears it and it's just like, help, we're in hell.
I like to think that's what we would say. You only get a second to say something meaningful. Help, we're in hell. The devil gives us clear instructions. If you get someone to say this phrase backwards, they will save your immortal souls and you'll be back to earth. And all we can do is, help, we're in hell. He's even like, I told you. What the fuck, dude?
I made it so
help, we're in hell.
Help, we're in hell.
Yep. So
bullshit.
You guys heard it here first. We're in hell, and we need help.
Broadcasting live from hell, yes. And the only way to get us out is to buy merch so we can get a flamethrower to defeat the devil.
Perfect.
So we can get out of hell.
Yeah. Someone cremate me with a flamethrower if we don't have the flamethrower.
To that one Francis and the Light song that you've ruined for me now because every time I listen to it, I think about you dying.
Oh, not me. Just anyone.
Yeah.
It sounds like that's what it's about.
And they all said,
No, we gotta. At some point, we're gonna do our funeral playlist because I
think we need to do
songs.
I think if we were gonna do that,
we're gonna have one of the best funerals of all time.
I think we should set aside an episode to do about what our like death day would be. Like if we knew we were gonna die, everything we would do that
We've
day.
been over this,
and then what our funeral should be afterwards too.
I like it. Let us know if you want to hear that because I've got some funeral songs.
Got some bangers.
It's gonna.
I have
nice.
several specifically. I know for you, I have to make happen. Specifically, the whole groupies thing.
Yeah, that's probably the most important.
That's gonna be a rough one, man. Because I'm gonna have to associate groupies with that forever. And
Yes.
Do you know how odd
I want to
be
ruin groupies?
Seeing an old man sobbing in public with his headphones in, and like you walk by and you just hear, "Damn, be fucking my groupies, damn, be fucking my groupies," just in a little earbud.
I like to think of how it's gonna. Well, we'll get into this.
Yeah.
So that'll be a future episode.
That's future
if the
us. Here's us promising content again.
Well, then no one ever calls us on it.
True.
Or they do, and I'm like, oh, yeah.
I'm like, oh, yeah, maybe
forget
we should
this.
do that.
I don't know. But, yeah, call us out. Do you want to talk about the Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, let's go and get that in. Someone
tagged us. Can you pull that up? Who tagged us?
Yeah, I believe I can. It was tagged on our Instagram, correct?
Yeah, someone commented on a post on Instagram and tagged us. Chief Keef had put up a picture of his face on Mount Rushmore alongside Kanye, West, Lil Wayne, and Drake.
I believe so.
Yeah, I'm certain that's what it was. And someone we're working on getting your identity right now. Someone tagged us and asked for our opinion.
I know who that is.
Okay, what's the username?
The username is... Damn, I just lost it. Tiger Ace 824. I know who you are, and I think we should kick it soon.
Wow, it's getting very specific. But yeah, they asked for our input on that, which yeah, it's a beautiful picture. I like that Chief Keef made it. I would not be upset. Like, I don't know exactly what the grounds are here. Are we saying, like, because we were just talking about this, the Mount Rushmore, the artists who did it said, like, those were the presidents during, like, the most important points in America.
Right. It wasn't, like, necessarily his favorite president.
Yeah, because that would be weird to be like, carved a whole mountain with just my favorite presidents. It's James Adams.
James Adams, Zachary Taylor.
Thomas?
Thomas who?
Zachary Taylor Thomas? Is that the kid from... Or no, I'm thinking... JTT from... I can't even do it. Someone knows what I'm talking about. Shout out to you. We're moving past it. Anyway, who was the president who was like badass and his parrot was saying swear words at his funeral and he gave the whole city a big wheel of cheese? And he like...
Mayor McCheese?
Yes, my favorite president. The only one on my Mount Rushmore. Big wide patty.
So I describe my women. I like a bitch with a big wide patty.
Take a bite out of it. I don't know. He got shot in a duel, and finished it. I want to say it's James Adams or someone. There's a list of shit he did, and he was badass. Who the fuck is Phil? I don't know.
James Fillmore.
I don't know a lot of presidents.
Me either.
But anyway, so yeah, I don't know what like the.
Okay, so it's. I would definitely agree with. Honestly, man, it's hard to disagree with all of them except for Chief, honestly, because like if we're talking about ones who had like important, like genre.
I gotta disagree with you there, Chief. Like currently, I feel like Chief Keef is like one of the most influential artists for like what we're going through right now.
If we're talking, this is like currently what has influenced the current scene of rap right now. Yeah, this is absolutely.
If I had to, I've been wanting to get this off because it's one of my favorite comparisons that people are always like, "What?" And then they're like, "Actually, that makes sense." If I did a Mount Rushmore of influencing like all the new rappers we're hearing right now, Chief Keef, Lil B, Soulja Boy. And then either Kanye or 50 Cent.
I would honestly say 50 over Kanye. I feel like it's a very hard tie.
I was listening to 50 yesterday. You want to talk about mumbling? Because his mouth is fucked up. He's one of the first rappers I remember hearing specifically where it was like hard to hear things and very mumbly.
Right, yeah.
Kanye is just like the extravagance and like 808s and like the
I mean, like I almost
shit.
feel like you would have to add like a fifth one on to have, because I feel like in a way Kanye and 50 are almost equal in.
I feel like Kanye's more influential just because of the whole auto-tune like 808.
I feel like they were
overall.
both influential in their own different ways. Like in my opinion, Kanye really he was really like the embodiment of like the hedonistic side of rap culture. Like at first he was, you had the whole Graduation trilogy, which is, let's be real, one of the greatest trilogies of albums of all time. Undisputed greatest trilogy of albums of all time. He also just kept going.
Like 50 Cent fell off incredibly hard.
Now, it's kind of, not that Kanye has fallen off at all, but we can't sit here and say his recent output in the last couple of years has been on par with his early stuff. It's good. I'm not going to sit here and say it's not. It's just different. But like,
it's still massively successful.
It's, in terms of influence, it's still, because how many kids do we see wearing knockoff Yeezys everywhere?
Yeah. Well, that's a whole nother side of it too.
Well, the whole thing.
But Pablo was very, very popular
in terms of like
huge.
In terms of gangster culture and like mumbling, I say 50's got that down, because 50 has the dark aspect of it. He's got like the real street aspect. Kanye has the lavishness of it down. 50 had the street side of it down, in my opinion. He had the whole
Kanye with the auto-tune. That's the biggest thing, because everybody uses auto-tune now.
Well, I mean, T-Pain was using it a lot before but Kanye did.
T-Pain's makes more sense. Kanye didn't use it well.
He
and
used
I feel
it
like
in a way that was
what happened now.
T-Pain used it in a way that made sense. Kanye used it in a way that was genre-defining, in my opinion.
Exactly.
Kanye's version of doing it was him going, "This is a noise that I hear in my head that I need to get out." T-Pain's was like, this just makes sense for what I'm doing. With
like
Kanye, it's like
well used.
Yeah, with Kanye, it's like, here's the mental vomit out of my brain. This is what it sounds like.
Because even T-Pain has said that, like, Kanye ruined auto-tune.
Well, I mean, 808s and Heartbreaks was an album that was defined by 3 sounds. It was defined by auto-tune, 808 drums, and taiko drums. Those were the 3 main components that made that album, which can be found on pretty much damn near every single song. Yeah. On the entire album. And then think about it. How many tracks after that were 808s and hard rhythmic drums with auto-tune? Yeah. How much shit is how many albums out there right now are basically just weird copies of 808? Like, let me borrow your homework.
Without 808s, there wouldn't be, like, Drake wouldn't even exist.
I still specifically remember being in my first girlfriend's house, and we were upstairs on MySpace.
Were you peeing in her?
Yeah, I was peeing in her, because that's what people do. They just pee in each other, apparently.
I mean, it's hard for a woman to pee in a man, but continue.
Can you imagine? Well, I mean, in this mouth?
I do.
I remember
when they're right in your face. That's the only way.
I mean, squirt is just diluted pee. Fight me on this. It's true. You know it in your heart to be true.
I know. It just was unnecessary and sounded gross. You're turning this into a gross podcast.
Your tongue isn't comfortable in your mouth.
It never has been. That's why I talk like this.
God, I forgot what we were even talking about now because I was just thinking about weird wetness.
Anyway, how would you feel? Well, yeah, we'll get into the other thing.
Okay, I can't agree with the Lil B thing, though. I don't think Lil B is as influential as you're saying he is, though.
This is what I love. The output and the accessibility.
Yeah, Viper has output. Lil B is not accessible. I'm going to have to fight you on that one right now.
Like, how nothing sounds great, like the quality of it, the accessibility of being able to create it and put it out there and making videos. If you watch his old videos, there's nothing to it. It's just filming him. He literally is just recording wherever the hell and putting out 80-track mixtapes. Nowadays, that's how everybody. I feel like without Lil B, he like broke down a barrier.
Well, I mean, there was lots of people like that. Like you could even say Viper broke down that barrier.
No, because no one listens to Viper.
Lots of people listen to Viper.
That's absolute bullshit.
It's true.
I've listened to one Viper song. I find him hilarious, and I like everything about it. I don't listen to it. Lil B is good. I know Lil B is bad.
He has genuine,
but he has like
he's good,
songs that are still hype and fun, and he has real songs.
I don't see Lil B as being influential.
You must have missed it.
Nah,
Lil B was huge, and like no one else was doing that. And then after that, just like the same way how Chief Keef like influenced the video of having 100 dudes surrounding you jumping. That's what Lil B did with just having you and like no. Lil B made it to where you could do it without anything. You know what I mean?
I could give you. He made it accessible, showing like you can do this with just yourself. You don't have to have all this bullshit to do
like
it.
the freestyle, the bass shit. Why his shit is always so weird is just like that based freestyle is how a lot of songs are made now. Just talking off the top of your head and putting it all together. Like I think he's massively underrated because of that. I get why people don't listen to him and don't like him, and like. Out of all of his songs, is he overall good? Probably not, actually. I mean, but the good songs, because he released an 80-song mixtape. Like, I'm not gonna listen to that. That's insane. And his newest project, I didn't like at all. But he has influential tracks, and he did a lot of shit before everyone else.
I can see him doing shit before everyone else.
He broke down barriers.
I just don't see him as like a groundbreaking artist in any way, though. Like I see where he did stuff before other people did it, but he didn't do it as successfully. Like it's really hard for me.
I feel like that's a lot of times the people that do break down the barriers don't really get through. And I think you're underestimating how I saw him live, and it was insane how many people just wanted to touch him.
I think
he's more of a like just a person. Like it surpasses rap. He does speeches at colleges and shit.
I think I just have to get a little bit more into it, and like maybe I am on the wrong side of history. There's just never been much about Lil B that makes me like that like draws me to it. Like it's hard to like back him and be like, oh, he's a good artist, I support this culture, when like just nothing about it attracts me, you know?
I mean, there's so much shit. I think you just missed the wave because he's also like the most positive person. Even
I know he's the most positive person. He's super positive, and I appreciate that about him.
Yeah, I feel like there's so much shit, and I feel like he, like I said, especially because this was quite a few years ago now, and that's probably when these kids were really formative. Like people like Lil Pump and shit like that, like I don't think would have existed without Lil B. I'd find it hard to believe they're not influenced by him somewhat, and definitely like the ability for them to just record wherever the hell and make a stupid video and upload it. And because what Lil B did with MySpace is what kids do with SoundCloud now.
Yeah.
So That's what, and it's similar with Soulja Boy too, because I remember hearing "Crank That" when it sounded like shit.
But
the
what
original
else did
version,
Soulja Boy do?
he made like the same shit with Lil B, making stupid videos and just freestyle songs that ended up becoming popular songs. But listening to it, there's just not a lot to it. I don't know, the whole like, I feel like they're very similar, Soulja Boy and Lil B. They just made it accessible. Like, if they can do it, I can do it. And I feel like if right now you're like 20, you were heavily influenced, definitely by Soulja Boy.
I think
he was everywhere.
I think if you're like,
I
think if you're between the ages of like 18 and 24 and you make rap music, you were heavily influenced by Odd Future. That's what I think. I think if we're talking about people who were heavy.
But a lot of people didn't fuck with that because it was weird.
See, everyone
like
I
Brockhampton and stuff. Yeah,
see,
I feel like
everyone,
you can see
everyone I knew in like the scene I was hanging out with that was into rap. Like everyone fucked with Odd Future. Everyone fucked with Tyler.
See, but everyone
fucked with Damo Genesis.
Yeah, but that's a
fucked with the
specific
internet
thing.
back in the
Everyone
day.
I knew when I tried to show them Odd Future were like, get this satanic shit out of here. I remember it being like, everyone railed against it.
I remember
now, and like later, Tyler, and obviously once Odd Future broke up and Earl came back and proved he could rap, and Frank Ocean went fucking out of here, and Tyler stopped being so ridiculous, then now people look back and they're like, oh yeah. But I feel like you can see the people that influenced.
I mean, I just remember Odd Future just being this whole culture back in the day. Like, I remember, like, Hot Topic having this huge thing when Volume 2 dropped. They had, like, the vinyl and the CD.
But that was
and
even,
shirts
like,
and shit.
later. Yeah, I could see that, too. But I feel like...
They had the TV show and everything. The Loiter Squad or whatever. There was a huge thing. They had the merch. They had the skate stuff.
I think they did...
They had the Camp Flog now that still goes on. You know, it's still,
I
like,
think they did a
thing.
lot for, like... getting good merch and like branching out. They showed how to be more like...
I think Odd Future, as well as Lil B, you know, I will accept that Lil B definitely brought the DIY attitude to rap and showed everybody how to do it. I think Odd Future's place in that is taking that whole DIY mentality, but there's a definite influence on Brockhampton where it's like you can do this and make your own branding. You can make your own money off of this.
That's Brockhampton is doing the exact same shit with like their merch and stuff as Odd Future did.
And it's like, and there's nothing wrong with doing that because it's a proven system that works, you know. And like, what's wrong with using a system that works? It's not like you're copying anything just by being a businessman, you know. Because everybody.
Well, they have the same manager too. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Odd Future wasn't really like DIY. They didn't do it themselves. Tyler had the Clancy guy right out of the gate, and that's also Kevin Abstract's manager now. So I feel like there's a lot more shit, because I remember hearing about Odd Future and then seeing them on Jimmy Fallon like 2 weeks later and being like, what the fuck? And I feel like that's where I think like Lil B and Soulja Boy and even like Chief Keef, because they all just like literally did it themselves and had like the lowest budget.
Keef was crazy. I honestly got in a way believe Chief Keef should be up on that Mount Rushmore because like, granted, he's fallen off. Like, we can all admit that Chief has fallen off, and it's heartbreaking to all of us.
I feel like he's just had so much shit. He doesn't live in Chicago. Everyone he loves dies. He's just out there drinking lean and hanging out and been dropped by countless labels. But if you want anyone, like, more people sound like Chief Keef than Lil B or Soulja Boy.
I was going to say, if you want to talk about,
Keef
like, a sonic influence, like, lots of people
and
sound
that's what
like
I mean.
Chief
That's,
Keef.
like, the time. I feel like people, if you take, like, an 18 or 20-year-old, I don't know the exact time, but Soulja Boy and Lil B, they were very young.
Yeah.
They definitely seen Soulja Boy. I think that's why I'd put him up there. He did the same things as Lil B, but everybody heard Soulja Boy because that fucking Crank That was everywhere. And that was like a decade ago. So yeah, if you're 20, that was like around when you were like 10, which is the perfect time to dance around like an idiot, like to that shit, which I fucking love Soulja Boy. He had some of the best shit ever. Don't fucking at me on anything. But then Chief Keef was like a couple of years later, and I feel like that's more a formative age for kids who are starting to rap or something. And seeing Chief Keef, and he was also 15, 16 when he was first coming up.
Yeah, he
was a
fucking
insane person shooting at cops and shit. So yeah, I feel like he definitely, and he's even said shit like, all these kids with dreads are my children. Like, there's no fucking doubt about that. But yeah, that's what I would put on a rap Mount Rushmore, because I feel like that just something like influential. Otherwise, like we've said before, it's just like your favorite artist, which I don't want to get into.
Yeah.
Because I hate the top 5 discussion. We probably should have said this up top. Next Saturday is our Drunk Decisions night at CJ's Public House. So come down to that. 8 p.m. We'll be there. First 2 people to in a moderate tone, say aesthetic, will receive a free drink.
Yes.
One from each of us, one apiece.
Something like
terms and
that.
conditions to apply.
Terms and conditions may apply. You may not get a free drink from the Dapper Dads. The odds are the drink is probably going to be half drinking and spat, and by the time you already receive it, conditions not apply for free drink. Inquire within.
Exactly. So yeah, come out to that and party with us. And yeah. See ya, bitches.
Bye, bitch.